Ma ko zna, zna. Pusti klepe, bolan. We're talking about kurgusha, because that's from my part of Bosnia. Because here, like, there's like dishes I've never tried, because they're known in Sarajevo. But kurgusha is like the staple of like Krajina, kind of. They say like it started like in Prijedor, somewhat Kozarac. They say, I don't know. But this is really good. Klepe, one of my favorite. It's like minced meat, and then folded with like dough, and then you cook it, and then you pour sour cream over it. It's really good. But yeah, I feel like that's a Sarajevo thing, no? Klepe? Because I don't see it everywhere. I guess that's what it is, dumplings, yeah, but I know that they have it in Turkey too, so maybe it's like a Turkish cuisine that we acquired. It's really good food. You guys missed the goulash over there. There's a little bit left. When it comes to like meat, that's one of my favorite dishes in Bosnia. Because again, it's hard to find like good steak, but that meat they cook and it just like absorbs all this like flavor and like it falls apart in your mouth. So it's definitely my favorite. And we got more coming over there. It's like filled peppers. I like the bell peppers are filled with like rice and ground beef, but I'm not a fan of the dolma. So this is like grape leaves with rice. Yeah, it doesn't get more traditional than that. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Lamb chop. It's supposed to be lamb and then teletna as well. But I don't know if it's on the same plate. Best thing ever. Some people don't like lamb, but I love it. You know, like food vloggers. Wow. Whoa. The best lamb in the world. That's teletna, which you don't get a lot in the U.S. You can hardly like find in restaurants. But then, I don't know if this one's isposacha, but they call it like under the bell, which I don't know why. The bell. Just go look it up. I don't want to explain what it is. Only girls smoke cigarettes. Real men smoke cigars. This is what they call a cigarello. Just a shorter version of it. It's nice out. It's getting breezy. What's the name of this restaurant?
Sedam Šuma.
Sedam Šuma, aka Seven Forests. It was good food though. A little iftar outing with the team. It's late, but tomorrow we actually have a little speech presentation at Burch University, which is one of the like, is it English owned? Like, yeah, it's English owned universities. Me and Simon are gonna go talk primarily about like entrepreneurship. I want to give them a little bit more motivation, a little positivity that we always talk about through our YouTube videos. So I'm excited for that. It's gonna be my first actual kind of like, I don't know if you will call it speech, but I guess speech in Bosnia. So yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, my peeps. It's day 2 of this vlog. We're in Ilija. Lilian was invited to do like a little, again, I don't know if it's a speech or whatever, but we're gonna speak to around roughly 100 students about business and stuff like that. Maybe I spark a little motivation in them. I'm excited. You wanna go check it out? Let's go. Ciao. That's nice. This is it. This is all the people that are coming. Welcome, guys. My name is Amel. Recently moved to the US, to Bosnia 2 months ago. But the issue with the US is that you're always a foreigner. No matter how long you spent in the US, you're always that Bosnian guy you don't fit in. So my whole life, I was trying to figure out, how can I fit in? How can I prove myself? And the only way I could realize that I could prove myself is by asking myself, what are other people doing that have the status, the credibility? And most people had either the title, which was like CEO, CFO, whatever it is, or they had the car, which is like the Lamborghini and the McLaren, or they had the watch and stuff like that. So my whole life, I was like, these are the things that I need. If I want to be known and respected, these are the things that I need. So for a long time, I was chasing these things that weren't even authentic to me. But then I did take a moment to sit down, to write down, what does my perfect life look like? Where do I live? And at that time, I wrote downtown, condo, maybe a penthouse in the future. My favorite car at that time was a 7 Series BMW. How much money was I making? At that time, I put like $10,000. What did I look like? What was I wearing? I wrote all these things down. The first thing I want you guys to do today, if you guys never wrote out your ideal perfect life, is to actually write out, what do you look like and what do you have in 10 years? This is like where I want to take a moment to tell you guys that I don't want you to ruin and waste this period of your life that can truly change your life forever. So there's 5 types of wealth in life. One of them is the financial wealth, which is one of the most important, which is what I was chasing forever. And I was chasing that up to the age of 30 because when Samuel was talking about momentum, you guys have momentum right now. You're young, you don't have to pay rent, you don't have a family, you don't have all these headaches. So to set up the rest of your life to not care about what you're gonna do and just enjoy life, this period is very important for you. This is the moment where I realized I was never going to work a regular job in my life. So when you realize that, you're like, okay, what do I need to do right now to make sure that that ideal image that I had of myself, what do I need to do to make sure to actually achieve it? So just to guys give you a backstory, every single day that I went to that hospital to work, I used to look around and I used to see 40-year-old nurses. I used to see 50-year-old doctors, very successful, but they were still unhappy. So I asked myself, do I want to be that person? Do I see myself being that person? So when you guys are sitting here in school or hanging around, whatever, ask yourself if your current projection of what you're doing today and kind of path that you're going down is going to give you a happy life. Happiness is like this thing that you see on Instagram that everyone says, you got to be happy. But what is happiness truly? It's when you have options in life. Because to me, options are what makes me happy, where I can decide if I want to live in Bosnia or work this job or be a CEO or whatever is important to me. But one thing that I truly noticed in Bosnia, that Samuel was talking about, is the fact that we need a little bit more positivity in Bosnia. Because no matter what job you want to do or whatever business you want to start, they're going to say, ma šta si ti, ne možeš ti to, you're never going to make it. Why? Because first of all, I think our parents want to make sure that we feel safe, because if we start a business and we fail, it might hurt us. But I think the biggest problem in Bosnia that America has a lot of is showing off. Here it's a taboo to show off that you have a fancy car, that you make this much money, that you just bought this penthouse or this house or whatever it is. It's very taboo. And then when you guys, the 10% of you guys that want to be business owners, you're like, let me actually start a business. Everyone's telling you, don't do it, but you don't see this side that's like, hey, I did it. If I did it, you guys can do it too. You guys don't see that. When it comes to happiness, a lot of times people think that you have to be a business owner to be happy. Our COO, which is like the chief operational officer at GenTech, like my company in the US, she makes more than most business owners that I know. She started as one of our podcast hosts. She worked up the ranks. And now she's a number 2 in my company, right? I'm number 1, she's number 2 when it comes to layers. When I ask you guys, like, what do you guys see yourself doing? Don't waste this time. You guys have about 3 or 4 years to take the momentum and allow the leverage to do the work so that you can enjoy the rest of your life in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, because I hate when I see our parents work to the age of retirement. That makes me very sad. But you guys can change your life completely in the next 5, 6 years. I want you guys to truly like take this time, because I remember when I was in your seat and someone would talk and I would just like think about nothing. And then I realized if I was really dedicating that 5, 6 years while I was still in school, I could have changed my life so much sooner, probably made more money, whatever. Money is not the most important thing. This is the most important stage in your life to allow you guys to live an easier life later on. That's all I want you guys to do. The chafe thing that we all chase in Bosnia, this isn't time for chafe. Time for chafe is when you're like 30, 40, 50. Something that I always talk about like on my YouTube videos is the fact that usually like the stuff that you guys have, if you guys have like goals, whatever, if you just ask, I swear like you guys will probably be able to achieve that goal like here today. If your goal is to, I don't know, work for a certain company, someone probably knows the owner of that company and can get you in. Start asking more. Whatever it is, like if you want like internship for Lilium, ask. If he doesn't get to you, you ask her. If she doesn't know, then she might ask me, right? But like 3 connections away, you'll get like your goal. Thank you guys. They're like trying to show me how they do something, like run ads. They'll do a loom showing like, hey, this is the client that I had, just want to showcase I know what I'm talking about. But then otherwise, like work the connects. So if I don't answer, find someone that knows me, someone knows them. I truly recommend trying more things, because then like video games is an option, but maybe you have 3 options, right? You know, and then be like, okay, I like these three things. Let me level up my skills on those 3 things. Just even like the video, like Hamza always tried to do something else, but the video always pulled him in because he enjoys that. You know, he picked up a camera like 10 years ago, and then he got into marketing. He did all these things, and then he got back to the camera because he loves it. Do like 3 video edit, like pick 3 things that you like, do like some case studies around it, and then push it out and then be like, okay, actually, I like this more. Because even with me, like when I was like kind of starting up, I didn't know what I truly liked until I got into it. I had an idea that I liked business, but in business, you know, there's a lot of titles. You can be the CTO, the CEO, like all these things. So I kind of found myself in one of those roles. I'm not everything. So you kind of have to find yourself in the things that you start kind of playing with. I know it's not a concrete answer, but
it's all right. No, I appreciate the answer regardless.
You gotta just like experience with more things.
Just experience more things.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, I appreciate
Good luck,
your
bro.
time.
Yeah, good luck. Ako da nije ništa proven. I bukvalno just test. Gotta fly to Tokyo right now real quick. I have the plane waiting, running late. Got another speech over there. Hop in, we're gonna be late. No, it's good. The thing is like I never allow the person running the thing to say if something went good, because it should always be the audience that says if it was good or not. But it's definitely a lot easier in English though. Because in Bosnian I would have to like think about it and I'll be slower. Appreciate you guys watching this video. About to go home, grub a little bit, hit the gym. You guys won't be part of that journey, unfortunately. But we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.